this video is on one of my favorite topics, robotics. God, I loved messing around with them when I was a kid. I actually took apart our Quasi-Mac one time and got real in trouble with my parents. Robots. The main thing I remember about robotics, playing with them when I was growing up, is that you had a decentralized power source, or power sources. Each individual, the way it was like, for each degree of motion, there was an individual power source. And the only thing that was needed when you're creating movement in your robot was to send a signal that to all of the parts that needed to be moved, and that's the only power that was needed from the central power source, which also there was a central regulator that just merely kept all of the power throughout the robot the same. There was always an underlying, you had to have an underlying current going to keep the robot stable, and then that's what actually, just for stability, a very, very low current to stabilize all the degrees of motion at the same time. It's like standing up. You're using all of your muscles, whether you realize it or not, to stand up. But then when you want to use certain parts and to reach for something, whatever like that, that's where that differs. There's power that the signal is sent to which parts, and it's programmed into it. Which parts need to move in order to create whatever it is you want to do in the robot. So there's underlying current. The degree of motion I was referencing because there's individual power sources. Gosh, I'll put individual power sources for each one, so that all you need is just to send a signal to let which parts of the robot know to activate the power source and move that degree of motion, or whether it's a hand or a finger or arm, elbow, whatever like that, to create the movements. What else? They're used in the transportation industry. Used in the transportation industry. And space, send the robot out, let it do jobs. Outside the space station, you need to fix something out there. You send a robot. You don't do it yourself. You don't need to. And there's control more than one at a time. Because like in the transport industry, if you got something that needs to be moved from one place to another, you can actually have the robots do that and just basically just identify the item you want them to move and identify where you want them to place it, and they can follow the route and take it there. There's nothing to figure out. You don't have to control them or anything like that. They just do it. And so you can feasibly control more than one robot at the same time. So I love robotics, and I'm looking forward to you guys doing something with that in the future. And it's cool. Robotics, what else? That's it for now.